Isn't he great? So another quick question. Anybody come out from Tarrant County? I'm from Tarrant County, and I'm going to introduce the next gentleman. I met him when I first started being a political activist and get involved in politics. We've seen with the Trump campaign, we have made history with Mr. Trump gaining more votes than any other Republican nominee in the history of the Republican Party.
Yes.
This gentleman has made history too. He's the first Asian county commissioner in Tarrant County. He's currently the president of Tarrant, which is a Texas Asian Republican Assembly. Please help me welcome my good friend Nguyen.
Do we have any Trump supporters here? You know, some people have asked me, why are you going to this event? Aren't you afraid of being called a racist? I answer them, if being called racist is the price I have to pay to preserve America, then I'm willing to pay 100-fold to be here. I want you to look at me. Listen to the sound of my voice. Do I sound like a Clinton? Do I look like a Barack Obama? A Joe Biden? A John Kerry? No. I'm a refugee from Vietnam. I'm a legal immigrant. I'm a proud, naturalized American. 41 years ago, when Saigon fell on April 30th, 1975, the entire country of Vietnam became a giant prison. And the people of Vietnam fell into utter starvation. Hundreds of thousands died. Millions were imprisoned in hard labor camp without a sentence. My father was among them. I know the tremendous pain of losing freedom. I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of the liberal left policy. You see, a bad doctor may kill one patient. A bad lawyer may cause problems for one family. But a bad politician can kill thousands of people and destroy generations of families. The problem of America is that we have too many bad politicians. And Hillary Clinton is number one on that list. My family and I, in 1981, we came to this country as strangers, speaking a different language, from a different culture. But we came because we wanted to be Americans. We wanted to be safe under the protection of the rules of law. We wanted to be free. Now I embrace America and have vowed to defend her from all enemies as a veteran of the United States Army. You know, I'm no different from you. I welcome all legal immigrants from around the world who have joined me on this unique American journey. We may look and sound different from each other, but we are all Americans. And now is the time that all Americans need to come together, united to preserve America. Make no mistake about it. The stake of this November election isn't just simply partisan politics. The stake is America herself. America is under attack by a demonic enemy. And she is restrained by the liberal left from defending herself, just as they had restrained our military men and women from defending themselves in Vietnam. Make no mistake about it, America is at war. The demonic radical Islamic terrorists have declared war on America and on the free world. They have vowed to kill all Americans and destroy our way of life. And how have America's leadership responded? President Obama and Mrs. Clinton have been so timid that they couldn't even identify America's enemy by its name. Hillary Clinton has proven herself to be not worthy of Commander-in-Chief. She has allowed American patriots to be murdered in Benghazi without lifting a finger to help. And then lied to the American people about it. As a veteran, I would be greatly demoralized under Hillary Clinton's leadership. Why would any American want to subject our military men and women under that kind of leadership? We need a strong leader who has the resolve to take the fight to the enemy and to protect all Americans at all costs. In war, we need a wartime leader. My fellow Americans, we have that leader, and he is Donald J. Trump. The America's economy has been growing abysmally, suffocated by undue regulations, taxes, and debt. Hillary Clinton pays to meet payroll. Although she is very good at enriching herself and her family at the expense of the American people. Make no mistake about it, America is going broke. We need a president who knows how to create jobs in the private sector, balance the budget, reduce the debt load, and understand that the success of America is tied to a prosperous middle class. In tough financial circumstances, we need a leader who understands business and commerce. My fellow Americans, we have that leader, and he is billionaire Donald J. Trump. America's immigration system is riddled with gaps created by political correctness and lawlessness. I personally know people from my own family who have been on the legal immigration waiting list for almost a decade. They have done everything right as required by law, and they are still patiently waiting. Yet, with a pen, President Obama made 5 million undocumented immigrants legal, bringing them in front of the line, getting them through the front door. If it is not okay for people to skip the checkout line in the grocery stores, why is it acceptable for people to skip the legal immigration waiting line? What incentive is there for immigrants to follow our immigration law?
Obama!
In the name of tolerance, Hillary and her liberal Democrats continue to undermine the rules of law of our country, the very foundation of justice in America. Make no mistake about it, America's immigration system is broken, and our enemy has been successful in probing and exploiting the weaknesses of our immigration system to bring mass murder and destruction to our neighborhoods. When the status quo is reinforced with political correctness and lawlessness, we need a president who has the strength and the courage to break down the status quo in pursuit of a common sense immigration solution that places the rules of law, the United States sovereignty, and the American people first. My dear friends, we have that leader, and his name is Donald J. Trump. Now, I know that some people, including some of my fellow Republican and conservative friends, are trying to figure out reasons to get behind the Trump's campaign. Some even talk about not voting at all. Let me remind them that the time for debate and argument among ourselves is past. We have a nominee for president, and there is no more time to waste. Every pause for consideration is nothing more than a delay and distraction to buy Hillary Clinton and her radical left more time to place shackle on America. Finally, I want to remind America of a statement made by General George Patton. Nobody ever defended anything successful. There is only attack and attack and attack some more. My friends, in wartime, a wartime leader is needed. Hillary and her Democrats have convinced us to fight defensively, blindfolded, with both hands tied behind our back, in the name of tolerance and equality. What about the rights of law-abiding and hard-working Americans? No more. This is not the time for polite debate. It is time for boldness and decisive action. We must attack and attack and attack some more. In many cases, we have that leader. He makes no apology and asks for no quarter. The media, the elite, and the political establishment don't know what to make of him. They can't fit him into a political mold. Donald J. Trump has awakened a sleeping giant. The American people. We will not go quietly into the night while our borders are erased, our children preyed upon, our jobs eliminated, and our voices ignored. Today, my dear friends, one has stood up in our midst. He has heard our voices and has justified our anger. He is Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America. Thank you.